Everything starts with an idea. There were a lot of people dreaming about flying machines, and it was more than 100 years ago when first flying machine was into the sky. But never could imagine 100 years ago that today more than 6,000 flights were at the same time, at any given time, simultaneously on the sky. And now, a regulator says that in 2017, this amount of flights is going to multiply by 4 due to the drones flights again. So it's something going huge. From a telco operator view, we are in the market of communication since the very beginning. We started with the smartphone wave, to say, and continued connecting some or a few billion homes. And now we are trying to prepare ourselves for the big wave of the billions of connected things. So today, what I want to share with you, it's some insights we learned from our previous experience, the challenges we see for the upcoming years, and a view on the future of this difficult world of the IoT, where we have a lot of services, platforms, providers, customers. Everything wants to be there, but it's not really clear who is going to win the game or to be a key provider for the future. So first of all, I have identified 5 insights I wanted to share with you. First of all, well, the thing about or around the digital disruption concept. When we talk about transformation in many sectors or industries, it's important to put on the table every single new technology that enables it, and of course IoT is one of them. Secondly, well, we are surrounded by a lot of digital platforms. And I'm not speaking about IoT platforms. I'm telling you about the huge amount of businesses that arise around the platform concept. Perhaps we have something to learn about these business models, and we have to bring it into the IoT space. And, well, how must technology be in general? Well, I think that IoT technology, to be successful, of course, has to have a few ingredients that are common. It has to be scalable, modular, open somehow, and have a mix of open standards, some patterns, and of course, to support itself on a open data ecosystems, because when we think on analytics and Internet of Things, there are many sources of information that we have to bring and to put together. And well, speaking about platforms, here I have to stop a little bit more, because platforms are not just technology. It's about the exchange of value we produce in, between consumers and producers. And the value of a platform itself, it's in the assets these producers and consumers put, and the resources they put into the network, and the interactions they produce among them. So there is a shift in the mindset and in the strategy going to market with a platform approach. We went from controlling resources, and now we are trying to orchestrate resources. We went from optimizing processes, and now we are trying to intermediate processes. And we went from a customer orientation, and now we try to create value for the ecosystem. So this is a game changer, and IoT is about platforms. And the last insight is about competition. And this is fun, because we see that in a world of IoT, we have a lot of services, providers, platforms, and everyone wants to be there. But in the end, it's not that easy to have differential aspects in your services, or to have control over them because of the outsourcing thing. Or there is a thing about regulation in many of the industries we are trying to address. and we don't get the critical mass of users or customers in each industry. So in the end, everything is ad hoc, and it's not so scalable as we want. And to go to the market with a proposal, we need a defensive product or service to go there and to make us strong. So in the end, it's all about business models, and well, it's something difficult to obtain or to gain the differentiation. So what we have? We have, fourth time I see this slide today, we have this distributed world of the IoT. And what to do? Because no one is especially big in this world, and if you look into the market shares, it's really, really distributed. And if you transform it into a value chain, you have the same result in every layer. So I have to bring into this discussion 5 challenges. First one is technology availability. In terms of technology, I think technology is here. But the thing about technology is not that we need different technology assets. It's the price of technology sometimes doesn't match customer needs. And many times we try to pilot or to make proof of concept with some ideas, and in the end, the business case is not reaching our customer expectations. Second one is scalability, of course. In our mindset, we try to think that every business we start, for the B2B or the B2C, it doesn't matter, maybe more difficult for B2B, must be scalable so we can easily replicate and give our product or service to a sales force and go to the world to sell it. And it's not easy. It's not easy because probably 80% of each project we conduct is customized for our customer. So somehow this business is a business of consultancy, and well, we want to fight against that, and well, it's of course a difficult challenge today. The other one is about ecosystems, not only about platforms, but how big companies should not behave as units, but as ecosystems inside itself, but also in the relationship with other companies. I strongly believe that partnerships and alliances are key for this industry success, and that we should all collaborate to work together to create this market or this ecosystem. I could compare it with other early market, like the one of the blockchain, for instance, where there are a lot of players trying to make it succeed, and everyone, as a young market, is putting an effort not to control the whole market, but to create value to the different customers, industries, but not also to them, but also to the other side of the value chain, to the developers and to the providers, because if we don't match the interest of the customers with the developers of applications and services, we never will reach the business goals we try to. Then analytics. And of course, the world of the artificial intelligence, big data, and everything we have to enable in the IoT, the world of data available. We have to put this, how to say, we are preparing the world for the analytics or for the big data. But Internet of Things, for me, it's earlier, and it's a first step. And we are still struggling with basic analytic rules. We are trying to put together different sources of data, and we are trying to find which algorithms will bring the value to be really useful for our customers to take business decisions. And the last one, as Toshiba said before, is safety. And it's key to understand that security in the IoT space has a huge importance, but I have to say, my view on security is that it's more about the perception you have on security than how secure is your system itself. And you can find a lot of examples in other industries, but very often the security failures are in the extremes of the service, in the user side or in the server side, and you can secure almost everything, but you can't control that a user is going to do something wrong and one extreme, or that someone is going to hack directly the hardware where the communication is established. So what's our vision? We want to connect things that matter to people, and our approach in Telefonica is a concentric approach around the user and their different environments, from the home to the vehicles, retail, cities, office, and we expand to any other one. But what to say, we wanted to position ourselves in the scope of telco operators in the IoT ecosystems as innovative operator and innovative company, more focused on not only on communication but on the full stack. And I want to share with you how we understand it. We define it five parts or 5 pieces in our stack. The first one related to the physical assets, the second one to the networks and communications, the third one to products and services available, and the fourth one for analytics. And then security, of course, is a transversal one. And the IoT covers all there. How? Well, we have a lot of options available, and as it has evolved in the last years, we have products and services in different models. For instance, in the case of mobility, we build the solution with a partner. So what we do, well, they have their own platform, so they don't use our platform for analytics, but they go through our managed connectivity platform. So in some cases, it goes this way. Some other cases, we have specific platforms for smart cities, for instance. That is one that I would like to comment a bit later. Or energy, where we have another platform to deal with the energy efficiency use case. In the end, it depends on each industry and on each service what approach we choose. But the thing is, we are an operator and we are strong on communications, so it's the core or the basis of our value proposition to say. Here we have 2 approaches. One is going to complexity and the other one is going to simplicity. In terms of what? Well, traditional cellular communications evolve and they become more complex in terms of throughput and the amount of data sent by every device, and we have technology supporting this. But on the other side, we understand that communication among machines or things, it's not similar to communication among people, and machines have their own language and machines have their own needs. So another kind of communications are needed to fulfill the offer, and that's why we concentrate on LPWA connectivities, just to cover all the cases where we need wide range, but we need indoor coverage, or we need a long life for the battery of the chipset, or a lower cost for connectivity devices, because sometimes we assume that every machine is able to succeed in a business case where you have numbers, and in the end, sometimes you have things connected that are going to connect to the internet one time in their lives, for instance, because they are a specific device for an alarm or something like that. So we have to cover everything, and one pillar is communication, the other pillar is context information management. And as you know, in Telefonica we have a strong focus now in data analytics, and how we provide information and we put all the information together to generate a suite of useless data management for the customers. The case of smart cities, I think, is the more successful one, looking into IoT platforms in Spain today, because it's one space where we can say there is some kind of replicability or portability in terms of platform, but also in terms of services. In our case, we have some projects of smart cities like Valencia or Guadalajara, and the thing is, we follow the directions of Spanish government. There is a strong partnership with some of the actors here, and we based our offer in Spain in fiber standard, for instance, which is an open one, and this allows providers to build solutions that are portable from one city to another. That's something to learn, and a good example on how to do business in the IoT. But the thing is, we don't find so easy other spaces where we can replicate this. For instance, in industrial IoT, we see a lot of specialists, and it's not that easy to have a common framework. Maybe there is no intervention of the public administration. And how we see the future? Well, I would say prepare for the big data. Of course, we are going to handle a big amount of data, but not from one project or one single service, from a lot of them, and the value is not going to be as it is today in every single service and the data you obtain of it, but of the mesh of all of this kind of data, and algorithms and machine learning is going to take advantage in this market. Second thing I would say is be flexible. We try to. We have a lot of platforms, from connectivity platforms, device management platforms, city platforms, but in the end, if we need an external platform, we use it. We love partners. We love alliances. Why? Because every sector, every service has different needs. So it's the only way to address the market today. And, well, I think the main problem with the ecosystem of the IoT is that we don't find the value together to the customer, but to the community of the developers. And that's why there is no single platform that really operates in a global scale for all the use cases or many industries together. So I think we need to find the incentive to developers to become part of this ecosystem, as in other cases like smartphones occurred with Android or Apple ecosystem. So we need to orientate our services to customers, of course, to solve these 5 challenges and enable the IoT business. And this is not something Telefonica has to do alone, of course. It's a problem that we have to do all together. And that's because we have a huge opportunity in front of us. And we believe that if users trust what we do, we could address it. And the most important thing, I think, is this is not about creating technology. This is all about creating a sustainable market and a sustainable innovation model to promote digital transformation. Thank you.